Hello, welcome to Storytime. This is a program from the Sandhill Public Library. We post these weekly, or we have been posting them weekly to our YouTube channel. For summer reading, which will start registrations next week, we're not going to do them weekly. We will post them periodically. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll be notified when a new video has been posted. And today we're talking about Father's Day. I hope that you joined the crafty crew and made your Father's Day present with us. So we have some brand new books that the library has purchased for Father's Day. Let's change the camera and we'll read one of them. All right. You Made Me a Dad. It's a brand new book that the library just got. It was written by Lauren Sala and the illustrations are by Mike Marbotto. This is a Harper book. That's the publisher. See, it has great pictures. Let's see if I can get the camera so you can see them all. I loved you before I even saw you. When you were just a heartbeat, and then a picture, and then a teeny tiny kick. I brought Rocky Road ice cream for Mommy and fuzzy blankets, and I rubbed her feet. I picked up all of the things that she couldn't see when her belly grew too big. That happens when a baby's growing. I told her not to worry, and then I told her not to worry again. I said different names out loud 1,000,000 times. It's a lot of work to name a new baby. I wondered if your eyes would look like mine and whose nose you would get. But before I'd finished imagining who you'd be, you were here. And you were perfect. I realized right away that I had a new job. I would teach you to be kind and to listen to good music, to be yourself, to make you giggle a lot. How lucky am I? I get to be your peekaboo partner. I get to be your horse, your tickle monster, your pillow, your hero. And you are mine. You teach me how to draw rainbows and dinosaurs and build big forts and hide in the sneakiest spots. Because of you, I know what monsters sound like and how to dance silly. And that my heart is bigger than anything else on the earth and in outer space too. I promise to always be lovey and laughy with you. To teach you big words, even if you can't pronounce them. To throw you up high in the air, but to never let you drop. To take time to listen to your dreams and your stories. And to answer all your questions, even the silly ones. Sometimes I'll make mistakes. I might lose your socks or forget the instructions, but we'll giggle about it and make it fun. You always make life more fun. One day, I will put your little feet on top of my gigantic feet, and we will walk around the world together. And somewhere in the middle, I will tell you a story. And you will fall asleep, and I will carry you the rest of the way. When you were born, you gave me the best job ever. You made me a dad. You made me a dad. All these books will be on the new bookshelf in the children's room. We read a book for Mother's Day, How to Raise a Mom. And this one is How to Surprise a Dad. Move the camera down a little bit. This is written by Jean Regan, and illustrations are by Lee Wildish. This is a big book, so I'll probably have to slide it around so you can see the pictures. This is published by Alfred A. Knopf. Move the camera up a little bit. It's harder with these bigger books. Shh. To surprise a dad, you have to be very tricky. First of all, don't let him see this book. How to hide this book. Oh, they're coloring on top of it. Wrap it in paper and cover it with pictures. That way, he'll never know the book is about him. You could tuck it between boring books that no one ever reads. Where's that polka-dotted hippo book? Wink, wink, says Mom. You could make up a secret name for it, like polka-dotted hippo, and be sure to wink when you say it. That's a good idea. If you call it by a different name, Dad won't know it's about him. You may already be good at surprises, but you want to become a super dad surpriser? Great. Luckily, any day is a perfect day to surprise Dad, and there are so many different ways. Surprises that you could think about making. Draw hearts and hide them everywhere. Look at, they're all over the computer, the refrigerator, the mirror, the coffee pot, Dad's chair. They're even on his shoes. Or maybe that's his socks, in his shoes and on his socks. Look, they even put one on the cat. You could build a snow dad. You could invent something amazing just for Dad. This sign says time machine. Other surprises you could do. You could get his toothbrush ready in the morning. You could reorganize his shoes and his hats. You could help him with the grocery shopping. If you want to make him laugh, walk and talk like a dad. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Let's go now. Some surprises you don't make or do. Instead, you find them. How to find surprises. Look up, look down, look under and all around. Stay perfectly still and listen. Dig a hole, sift through the sand, or kick up leaves. Kids have really good eyes for nature. Dad's not so much. So surprise him when you find a caterpillar nibbling on a leaf, a squirrel hiding in a tree, dandelions for a bouquet, a heart-shaped rock, a busy, busy anthill, or geese flying above. Those are cool surprises. Now that you're an expert on any day surprises, you're ready for special day surprises. These take a little bit more planning. Maybe if your mom is good at keeping secrets, you could ask her to help, or maybe another grown-up. Special days for dads, a welcome home, his birthday, congratulations if he does something really great, or Father's Day. But first, choose when to have the big surprise and decide who to invite. Just your family, your pets, your stuffed animals, your friends, neighbors, his friends, relatives. Then decorate with his favorite color. Keep it simple or maybe go wild. Remember to save some ideas for next time. Now plan the yummiest part of that surprise, the treats. You could create a dessert that looks just like your dad. Bake cookies with extra chocolate chips. When it's your dad's special day, be sure to have his favorites. Spicy chips, smoked oysters, super stinky cheese, whatever dad likes to eat. Look at that, dad. It's a dad cake. And don't forget a present. Some ideas for presents for dad. A shirt and a tie. Instead of wrapping these, wear them. Then it's even a bigger surprise. Everything you need to make paper airplanes together. A secret treasure map of your backyard. How about coupons? Play catch until dad's tired. One early morning fishing trip. Coupon, read a book, dad's choice. Cheerfully clean your room. Also, check any day surprises you make, do, or find. Everyday surprises are awesome. If your dad gets suspicious and asks, hey, is there something going on here? Look innocent. You might want to practice this in a mirror. Say something like, oh, behind you, it's very boring right now. You shouldn't turn around. And then think fast. Maybe distract him with a crazy dance. Look at, mom's got the surprise in her hand. When it's surprise time, make sure everyone is hiding. How to hide everyone? Maybe between the pictures, hide behind the plants, hold the balloons in front of you, behind the curtain, the couch, the coat rack, under the table, or a blanket. How about behind the pillow? While you wait for your dad, practice whispering, surprise. Okay, now, shh, ready? 1, 2, 3, surprise! Look at dad's face. Remember, of all the surprises, the best ones are the special ones that you dream up with your dad. Now, don't forget to hide this book and shh. If you do want to let your dad read it, have him say this pledge out loud before he starts. I, Dad, promise not to remember anything in this book, especially anything about surprises. If he knows about it, it's not a surprise, is it? How to surprise a dad. Okay, here's another new book. Great Job, Dad. This is a really cool book because the man who wrote it, Hallman Wang, he wrote all the words and then he took all these pictures. And if you look really close, all the characters in this book, the pictures of them, are made by felt. It's called needle felting. We've done crafts about that at the Sandown Library. I've never done it with kids, but I have done it with grown-ups. Pretty cool that all the figures in this book are made out of needle felting. My dad works as a manager, so he works in his office from 9 to 5 every day. There he is working on his computer. At home, though, my dad is a waiter, except he doesn't get any pay. Is he waiting on his children, giving them food? Quite often, he becomes a chauffeur for several VIPs. That would be his children. He acts as an inspector too, no matter what he sees. Oh, you can tell what Dad's doing. Is he checking somebody's diaper? He's inspecting the diaper. Look at, even the dog is made out of felt. You make it with wool and then a special needle that weaves all the strands of the wool together. He sometimes has to serve as a judge and find out who did it. Looks like he spilt a lot of milk and maybe some juice. And of course, this child saying his sibling did it, and this child saying, it wasn't me, it was the other one. Perhaps computer engineer, whenever glitches come along. Does your dad help fix stuff? By night, he's our librarian with stacks of books piled high. Oh, look, Where the Wild Things Are, Jumanji, Fallen Up, The Wizard of Oz. I know all those books. By day, he earns its pilot wings and flies us through the sky. They're playing Monopoly. At times, he's an architect, designing roofs and walls. Is he making a fort with a blanket and some chairs? It's always fun to do that. He's even our receptionist. He has to take all our calls. And let's not forget, he's an astronomer and he knows all about the stars above. Look at, they're out with their telescope. Dad does one job to pay the bills and all his other jobs out of love. This series of books, there's 3 or 4 by this author, Hallman Wang. And in the back of each book, he shows you how he makes the book. It's pretty neat. And look, there's one of his children. The library bought this book and one about moms. It's pretty neat. Take that one out just to look at the pictures. They're really awesome. I'm going to read one more book. I Love My Daddy by David Bedford and Brenna Vaughn. This is a Paragon book. Let's see, another big book. It's so hard to see the pictures when the book is so big. One day, Little Squirrel went out to play with his daddy. Little Squirrel wanted to show Daddy Squirrel all the things that he could do. What should we play first? Asked Daddy. I know, said Little Squirrel excitedly. Digging. Look, Daddy, said the squirrel, as he dug and he dug and he dug. Uh-oh, what happened? All you can see is his little tail wiggling. Great job, said Daddy. But suddenly, little squirrel's tail stopped wagging. Uh-oh, do you think he got buried? If you dig down far enough, he got stuck. Help, Daddy! Help! Cried little squirrel. I'm stuck! Daddy, help! Daddy Squirrel helped little squirrel wiggle back out of the hole, and he gave him a soothing hug. Oh, you're such a good digger, said Daddy. What should we play next? I know, said little squirrel. Climbing. Look, Daddy, said little squirrel, and he climbed up as high as he could go, looking around as far as he could see. Great job, said Daddy. Oh, but suddenly little squirrel closed his eyes tightly. He ran really high up into that tree, didn't he? Help, Daddy! Cried little squirrel. I'm stuck! Daddy Squirrel helped little squirrel climb down and gave him a soothing hug. You are a great climber, said Daddy. What should we do next? I know, jumping. Look, Daddy, said little squirrel, and he jumped, and he jumped, and he jumped, and he jumped with a big smile on his little squirrel face. But suddenly, little squirrel stopped smiling, and do you think he needs his dad's help again? Splat! Help, Daddy, cried little squirrel. I'm stuck again. Did he land in a mud puddle? Daddy Squirrel helped little squirrel out of the sticky mud, and he gave him a soothing hug. You are great at jumping, said Daddy. But little squirrel shook his head sadly. I don't want to play anymore, said little squirrel. I always get stuck. I can't do anything. Daddy Squirrel lifted little squirrel high onto his shoulders. Let's play together, said Daddy. Let's run, cried Daddy Squirrel. Look, he's on his dad's back. Little squirrel held on tightly as they whooshed through the woods. Yippee! He shouted. Let's climb, said Daddy Squirrel. Little squirrel kept his eyes wide open as they reached the top of the tree. Whee! He shouted. And now, said Daddy Squirrel, let's jump. Out of the tree? Oh, splat! Oh, help, cried Daddy Squirrel. Now I'm stuck. Little squirrel giggled as he helped his daddy out of the sticky mud. You can do everything, little squirrel, cried Daddy. Daddy was very proud as they washed their muddy paws in the stream. You can even save a daddy squirrel. Little squirrel climbed high into his daddy's shoulders again. I love playing with you, Daddy, he said, and I love my daddy, shouted little squirrel as they raced happily home together. I love my daddy. That's a nice book. Dad helping his child. And then sometimes children help their dads, right? So I hope you have a great Father's Day with whoever you have, dad, a stepdad, maybe a granddad. I hope everybody has a lovely day. I hope you make a great surprise, right? For your dad. Remember, all these new books will be on the new bookshelf. You walk into the children's room, they'll have new stickers on them, so you'll recognize them. I hope you enjoy them. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, so when we make a new video, you'll know that it's there. And I'll see you at summer reading. Bye.